In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the angular momentum and the spherical harmonics. Consider the eigenvalue equation, which is h psi is equal to E psi, where h is equal to minus h cross square divided by 2 mu del square plus V of r, and E is the energy eigenvalue. If V of r, the potential V of r is equal to the V of r, which is the potential V is a function of r only, is a potential depends only on the magnitude of the distance, then such a potential we call a spherically symmetric potential. So V of vector r is equal to V of r means the potential is spherically symmetric. It is depends only on the magnitude of the distance, and it is independent of the angle theta and phi. So this potential is a symmetric potential. So in spherical polar coordinates, we can express the Laplacian del square psi is equal to 1 by r square partial d by dr of r square d psi by d theta dr plus 1 by r square into 1 by sin theta d by d theta of sin theta d psi by d theta plus 1 by sin square theta plus into d square psi by d phi square. So it is equation 3. So here we are expressing del square psi in spherical polar coordinates. Now this can be expressed into two parts. One is a function of r alone, 1 by r square partial d by dr of r square d psi by dr, d psi by dr. The remaining part can be expressed by like this: minus L square psi divided by h cross square r square, where L square is defined as minus h cross square 1 by sin square theta d square partial d square by d phi square d phi square. So this is a so this del square, the Laplacian can be split into two parts. One is a function of radial coordinate, the remaining part is a function of the theta and phi. Now your the three-dimensional Schrodinger equation may be expressed as del square psi is equal to del square psi plus 2 mu by h cross square into E minus V of r into psi of r theta phi. Here V of the potential is a function of r alone, psi is a function of r theta phi coordinate. Now this can be expressed as 1 by r square d by dr of r square d psi by dr plus 2 mu by h cross square into E minus V of r into psi of r theta phi, which is equal to L square psi divided by h cross square r square. So now this equation 6 can be written by substituting the value of del square psi from your equation 4, you will get equation 7. So you see this the right hand side, you are the term L square, this L square, we are getting expressing the term in terms of L square, where L square is the square of the angular momentum. Now in order to solve this equation 7, because it's a spherical polar coordinate system, so the psi is a function of r theta phi, so that can be expressed in terms of the product of two functions. One is a function of purely as a function of r alone, and the remaining is a y function which is a function of theta and phi. So the psi may be is a product of the radial part r of r and the angular part y of theta phi. Now if we substitute this equation 8 in the above equation 7, then the equation 7 reduces to y of theta comma phi divided by r square. So y is a function of theta phi. d by dr of r square dr by dr. So you will get this term. So y of theta comma phi is equal to r of r divided by h cross square r square L square y theta comma phi. So the equation 8, if we substitute in the equation 7, you will get equation 9. Now let us divide r of r and y of theta phi divided by r square on both sides. Here the equation is reduces to 1 by r square d by dr of r square dr by dr plus 2 mu by h cross square e minus d of r is equal to 1 by h cross square y of theta comma phi L square y theta comma phi. So the idea is we are the equation is expression one side of the equation we are expressing in terms of the radial coordinate, the other side this is the angular part. So the Schrodinger equation is split is divided into two parts. This is only one part is a function of radial coordinate alone, the another one is a function of angular part, and the angular part is expressed here in the right hand side we are having the angular part, and the left hand side it is in a radial part. But from this equation you find that these both are equal. So from equation 10 you see left hand side is a function of radial part alone, right hand side it is a function of theta part, the angular part alone. So this is possible only when both must be a constant. So this must be a constant, which is must be independent of r theta phi, because equation 10 left hand side is a function of r alone, right hand side is a function of angular part. Both are equal means this must be independent of the coordinates. So this must be a constant lambda. Therefore, if you take the these two, then from here L square y of theta phi is equal to lambda h cross square y of theta. So from equation 10 you can arrive at equation 11. The eigenvalues of L square may be shown as L into L plus 1 h cross square. So the constant lambda is equal to L into L plus 1, which is equation 12. So the corresponding eigenvalues are the y theta phi being the spherical harmonics. So this can be expressed as y theta phi, and you can express this. This is L value in the superscript, M in the L in the subscript, and M in the superscript. So this is called as a Wheeler function, where here this M value varies from minus L to plus L in steps of minus L plus 1, minus L plus 2, and so on up to here. So this is called as the Wheeler function, which is the solution. The solution of the radial part of the function is because we have chosen the three-dimensional verb function, which is a function of r theta phi, and that is expression in terms of the radial part as well as the spherical part, and RNL of r is the radial part. So this is your radial part, and the Wheeler function is your angular part. So the product of the two functions will be the total the solution for the entire three-dimensional. Now let us consider the position coordinate r. R is equal to xi plus yj plus zk. Ij, k are unit vectors. X, y, z are the components of the vector r. Now, in spherical polar systems, the relation connecting the x component and the E is equal to x component is equal to r sin theta cos phi, y is equal to r sin theta sin phi, z is equal to r cos phi. Now the unit vector along the direction r, E suffix r is the unit vector. So this is a unit vector, which is defined by r divided by vector r divided by magnitude r. So you have already have vector r, you know x, y, z value. So substitute this value and you will divide by r, you will get this expression. So this is the unit vector r along the direction of r. Similarly, the e suffix theta. So this is the unit vector along the direction. Theta is defined by e theta vector. This is a cap. This is a vector. This is 1 by r partial dr by d theta. So you know r and you know you differentiate theta, you will get this expression. So because the vector r is you know this value, r is equal to r times vector. So here r is equal to r e suffix. So you substitute here, you will get this expression, and e suffix of r is available in the previous step, and if we differentiate with respect to theta, you will get this expression. So e suffix theta can be determined. E suffix phi is the definition is 1 by r sin theta partial dr by d phi, and this can be also evaluated, and this value is calculated as minus sin phi I plus cos phi j. So you will get this expression. So the angular momentum in spherical polar coordinates is defined by L is equal to r cross p. This is L is the angular momentum, r cross p. So p is the linear momentum. So, but we know p is equal to minus h cross del. The operator p can be expressed in terms of minus h cross del. This is a del operator. Now, from this, the angular momentum L may be expressed as minus ah cross r cross del. Now, let us express a del in the spherical polar coordinate system. So, in the spherical polar system, a del operator is e suffix r d by dr plus e suffix theta 1 by r d by d theta, and e suffix theta 1 by r sin theta d by d phi. So the angular momentum L may be expressed by, so if we substitute this value that we already determined, because we have determined the we know L is equal to minus h cross r cross del. Del is available now. So once we substitute, we will get the expression for L. L is equal to r e suffix of r cross, this is a cross product, e suffix r d by dr plus e suffix theta 1 by r d by d theta plus e suffix theta 1 by r sin theta d by d. So this is the expression for it. Now, because since E cross ER is equal to 0, E cross R, E cross cross product of E cross R cross E suffix theta, this vector is equal to E phi. Actually, these all are cap unit vectors. So once if you find unit vector, this is E suffix r cross E suffix r is 0, E suffix r cross E suffix r theta is E suffix phi. So by using this, you can get this expression. So if you substitute this value here, you can get the expression for L. L is equal to minus ah cross E suffix phi d phi d theta minus E suffix theta 1 by sin theta d by d phi. So you get this expression for the angular momentum here. Now let us, you know the expression for E of r, E theta of r, E of phi. So you again you substitute back E of r, E theta phi, and then the expression for L becomes. So here if you substitute E theta, E phi and so on, the expression for L is reduced to this form, because E suffix phi is available. You substitute here, and E suffix theta is known, you substitute here, so you get this expression. then this L is reduced to this form. This unit vector I, this is the remaining part. Here it is unit vector J, and this is another part. So this component can be expressed like this. So the vector L may be expressed in this form. Now since your vector L is equal to Lxi plus Lyj plus Lzk, ij are unit vectors of the vector L. So these are the components. So this is a x component of the angular momentum. This one is the y component of the angular momentum. This one is the z component. So the x component, y component, z component of the angular momentum can be expressed in terms of the spherical polar coordinates. So the idea is we are expressing the x component, y component, z component of the angular momentum in terms of the spherical polar system. Now we know that there are rising operators. L plus operator is a rising operator, and L minus operator, which is a lowering operator, which is defined by L plus is equal to Lx plus IL. L minus is equal to Lx minus IL. So this is the way we are defining the rising and lowering operator of this angular momentum. This angular momentum operator, and these are rising and lowering operators. Now you know the Lx operator, Ly operator, because we have already calculated, because everything is operator. So this is Lx, Ly, all are operators. Now if we substitute Lx, Ly from the above, so from the previous result you substitute back, the L plus operator can be expressed in this form. IH cross into sin phi d phi d theta plus cot theta cos phi d by d phi plus I into IH cross into minus cos phi d by d theta plus cot theta sin phi d phi d phi. If you simplify, you will get this step. So the L plus operator is expressed in this form. Now, so you combine these two terms, and if you simplify further, L plus operator is h cross in the e power I phi d by d theta, because e power I phi is cos phi plus I sin. So I sin phi plus cos phi. So this term can be expressed in terms of this. And this is also cos phi plus I sin phi is e power I phi. If you further simplify, you can take e power I phi common factor, which is taken out from the bracket. So h cross e power I phi into d by d theta plus I cos theta d phi d phi. So this is L plus. So this is the expression that we need. Now similarly, you must know the lowering operator L minus also. So L minus can be determined just by taking the anti-Hermitian of this one. So you take L plus operator, as we take this, if you find the Hermitian conjugate, then you can find this expression. Now, so from this result, you take the result, the L plus operator, you take the anti-Hermitian. Then this becomes wherever I present, that may be replaced by minus I, and the differential operator is also, every differential operator is anti-Hermitian. So therefore this can be also d by d theta can be replaced by minus d theta, and d by d phi may be replaced by minus d phi d, because every differential operator is anti-Hermitian. So if we take an anti-Hermitian, we will get this result. So you arrive the L plus operator first, you take an anti-Hermitian, you will get L minus. So that can be, once if we determine L plus, L minus can be determined easily by taking the anti-Hermitian property. Now let us find the spherical harmonics. So our idea is of this lecture is we have to find the spherical harmonics. The spherical harmonics is a Whelan function. It's a product of two parts. One is the theta part, another one is the phi part. Now we have already established the relation for Lx, Ly, Lz, and we take first the Lz operator. Lz is operator expression in the spherical polar system is minus h cross d by dt. We have already shown. Now Lz acting on phi gives the eigenvalue because the Lz is the eigenvalue operator. So Lz phi, Lz acting on the function of phi gives the eigenvalue. The eigenvalue we call as mh cross into phi. Now if you substitute Lz here, Lz is minus h cross d phi by d phi is equal to ml h cross phi, and from this if you take the phi part one side, the remaining part other side, d phi by d phi is equal to I m suffix l, and integrate, if you integrate, this is this side, left hand side is a logarithm of phi, right hand side I m l phi plus the logarithm integration constant called logarithm of c, and if you solve this equation, logarithm of phi divided by c is equal to I m l phi. Once if we solve this one, phi is equal to the phi part of the function is the c e power I m l phi. So this is a phi part that is determined. Now the constant c must be determined by normalization. So this is a normalization constant. So now let us normalize this wave function. So 0 to 2 pi, phi star phi d phi is equal to 1. Now once if we normalize, the normalization constant is found to be c is equal to 1 by square root of 2 pi. Therefore this wave function, this is a phi part, and the phi part can be determined. Now here this ml value can take all the possible values from minus L to plus L. You have L, ml value will be minus L plus 1, minus L plus 2, and so on up to plus. So what is the lowest state? Lowest state is ml is equal to minus L. So phi ml is equal to minus L. Then this value of phi is equal to 1 by square root of 2 pi e power, instead of ml you put minus L phi. So you choose minus L for ml. So this function phi becomes like this. So YL ml is equal to here YL, the lowest value is equal to ml is equal to minus L. So this is the lowest wave function. Now YL, and this is the lowest value, and you are operating the lowering operator L minus acting on the lowest state. So this already this is the lowest, this is the lowest. You cannot further lower the state. So if you lower, if L minus operator operating on the lowermost state, then this will be 0. So the angular momentum L minus, here this is the lowering operator. Lowering operator operating on the lowest state is 0. Therefore, you know the expression for L minus, that this expression we have already determined, and YL, this is the lowest Whelan function, and this is 0. Now from here you substitute for Y L minus L, because we have already calculated. We substitute back here using this expression. Now you operate this operator on this wave function. So this is the next step. To operate this operator on this wave function, this step. And from this, the theta part can be taken one side. So here partial d theta by d theta is equal to L cos theta theta, or From this you can arrive this expression partial dh d theta divided by d theta. This is the capital letter theta. This is a capital letter of theta, and this is a small letter. It's a function of theta. So d theta by d theta is equal to L cot theta. Now let us integrate. Now if we integrate this side, this is a logarithm of theta. The other side integral of L cos theta d theta, and this is equal to, if we integrate this expression, this is L is a constant, can be taken outside. If we integrate cos theta, it will be logarithm of sin theta, and the integrating constant is a logarithm of c. So from this you can arrive, the solution will be expressed as theta of theta divided by c is equal to sin power L, because this is a logarithm of sin theta may be expressed as L times logarithm of sin theta may be expressed as logarithm of sin L power theta. If you take anti-logarithm of both sides, you will get this is sin power L theta. So the theta of theta is able to express like this: c sin power L theta. C is called as the normalization constant, and this normalization constant can be evaluated, because this is some tedious process to calculate the normalization constant c in this case. So we are taking only the result of the normalization constant, which is 1 by 2 power L factorial square root of 2L plus 1 factorial by 2. Now let us substitute this back. What is y L minus L? So this is the lowest state, which is the product of the theta part and the phi part, and the theta part we have already this evaluated. This is a normalization constant, and this is the theta part, and the angular part also we have evaluated separately. Now if we substitute back, we will get this function. So this is y L minus L is equal to, once if we simplify, we will get this expression. Y L here minus L, which is 1 by 2 power L factorial square root of 2L plus 1 factorial divided by 4 pi sin power L theta e power minus I L phi, which is the lowest spherical harmonics when ML is equal to. So the lowest spherical harmonics is first. Let us evaluate first. Now from this we can evaluate a certain spherical harmonics. So suppose for a state, for the state means what? State is L is equal to 0. L is equal to 0, ML value is equal to 0. So this is your lowest, that we have calculated the lowest state, YL, ML. So write down the expression for YL minus L from your previous calculation. So this is your expression. You substitute L is equal to 0 and ML is equal to 0, that expression. So L is equal to 0 and ML is equal to 0, then this expression is reduced to y 0 0, and here this is sin power 0 theta 1 e power 0 5, this is again 1, and this normalization constant, this is only 1 by 4 pi. So you get only a constant. Y 0 0 is equal to square root of 1 by 4 pi is the state. This is the lowest state, which is the state. Wheeler function y is 0 0, and this state we call as the state. Now p state, or p state means L is equal to 1. So L is equal to 1, there are three possible values of ML. ML varies from minus 1, 0 or plus 1. So there are three values. So here there are three functions y L M. Because y L M, if L is equal to 1, M is equal to 1, this is y11. L is equal to 1, M is equal to 0, y10. If L is equal to 1, y is equal to minus 1. So you have three states. Now this can be expressed in the form also LM, the ket L comma M, which is equal to ket 1 comma 1, ket 1 comma 0, ket 1 comma minus 1. So this is a Dirac notation. So in terms of Dirac notation, we use sometimes using a Dirac notation. So the lowest state is y1 minus 1, because because yl minus l, this expression is available. We put l is equal to 1, y l is, and the ml here, we put l is equal to 1, y1 minus 1, you get this expression. So from this the lowest state can be taken. So first you have to write down the lowest state. So the lowest state we have arrived this expression. Y1 minus 1 is equal to square root of 3 by 4 pi sin theta e power minus I. Now from the lowest state, the highest state can be generated by applying the raising operator. Now the raising operator L plus acting on the state ket Lm is equal to h cross. This is the definition. Square root of h cross into square root of L into L plus 1 minus m into m minus 1, and the ket L comma m plus 1. So this is raised. So from this is m, from m it is raised to m plus 1 because of the raising operator. So now if L plus acting on 1 comma minus 1, then if you put L is equal to 1, you have the numbers h cross square root of 1 into 1 plus 1 minus into minus 1 into minus 1 plus 1, and the here it is increased 1 comma m is equal to minus 1, so minus m plus 1, so it becomes 0. So from minus 1 to 0 it is raised. So the state m is raised. So from this ket 1 comma 0 can be determined by, so from this relation we take 1 comma 0 to one side, the remaining factor the other side, you will this expression. Then so ylm function y10 is equal to expression in terms of the ket notation, Dirac notation 1 comma 0, which is equal to 1 by h cross square root root of 2. Here you are writing L plus, because previous expression you have L plus. So you know the definition for L plus. So you substitute the value for L plus. This is for L plus. This is then y1 minus 1, then your 1 minus 1 is already we have calculated. Now you operate this operator on this function, you will get this result. So this is a constant, and e power I phi is the left side. Now d by d theta is operating on the theta part of this function. So d by d theta acting on sin theta e power I phi, e power minus I phi is independent of theta, that can be taken outside. So d by d theta acting on sin theta, so we get cos theta. Similarly, the second term d by d phi acting on e power minus I phi, you will get this expression. So by simplifying, you will get this expression. So cos theta may be cos theta by sin theta, and if we simplify, because square root of 3 by 16 pi to cos theta, finally it reduces to square root of 3 by 4 pi cos theta. So this is the y10. Suppose you want to find y11, again you raise the L plus, use the raising operator on y10. So we put operator raising operator on y10, the ML value will be increased from 0 to 1. So it goes from here to here. So if you use for convenience, we are using a Dirac notation. So 1 is equal to L plus I think 1 0. So using definition, you can write down this one. From this is reduces to square root of root 2 h cross 1 comma 1. So 1 comma 1 can be 1 by square root of 2 h cross L plus 1 0. Again, you know the definition for L plus. So we have already calculated this L plus, and y10 y10 that we have already determined. You substitute this value of y10, that is square root of 3 by 4 pi cos theta, and you finally if we operate the function on this the operator d by d theta operator on this function, you will get the cos theta term will be minus sin theta, and the second part d by d phi acting on cos theta, it will be 0. So you will have only one this factor. This is reduces to minus square root of 3 by 8 pi sin theta e power I. So y1 minus 1 can be calculated. So we have started the lowest value. First we choose the lowest value. Operating on L plus operator, we will get y10. Again, if you operate on L plus operator on y10, we will get y11. So we have all the three values. Here we know that this is an anti-Hermitian. V11 is equal to minus of y1 minus 1 dagger. This is an anti-Hermitian. Now let us go for the next state, D state. For D state, L is equal to 2. Then ML value will be varies from minus L to plus 2. Minus L, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1. The starting is, you write down the lowest state, the expression for the lowest state you have to write. So this is the first step. Second step is, you substitute the value of L, 2 minus 2, this is your second step. Then, so this is after simplification you will get this expression. Then use apply the rising operator on the lowest state. So the rising operator is L plus. So the rising operator is operating on the lowest state. You will get and the state is raised from ML value minus 2 to ML value minus 1. So it is the state is raised from here. So you will get this range. So this state can be evaluated. Get 2 comma minus 1 is 1 by 2 h cross L plus 2 minus 2. The procedure is, we know the expression for L plus, we substitute value of the L plus operator, and we have already calculated 2 minus 2 state, and you substitute here. Then you operate the operator on the wave function, you will get this expression 1 by 2 e power I phi square root of 15 by 32 pi into 2 cos sin theta cos theta e power minus I 2 pi plus I cos theta sin square theta into minus 2I into e power minus I 2 pi. On simplification, you will get this result. Further simplified, you will get this result. So 2 minus 1, get 2 minus 1 is applied like this, square root of 15 by 32 pi sin 2 theta e power minus I. Now, if you want to find the next highest state, what you have to do? You again apply this rising operator on this state. If you apply the rising operator on 2 comma minus 1, the state increases from 2 to 0. So this minus 1, here minus m plus 1 is 0. So you get this one. So ket 2 comma 0 can be applied. So ket 2 comma 0 is in this expression. The procedure is the same. The starting point is you have to choose first the lowermost, the lowest one, apply the rising operator. Once you apply the rising operator, the state is raised to 1. So the one state higher than the previous one can be obtained. So 1 by h cross square root of 6 is L plus operating on 2 comma minus 1. L plus operator with this expression. 2 minus 1 is already calculated from here. Now you operate this operator on the function. You will get this expression square root of 15 by 6 into 32 pi e power I phi into cos 2 theta into 2 e power minus I phi plus I cos theta sin 2 theta into minus I e power minus I phi. On simplification, so that is e power minus I phi can be taken outside from this bracket, and if you further simplify the term within the bracket, if this is a term is 2 cos theta, and this is 2 cos square theta, and cos 2 theta plus cos square theta. Cos 2 theta is cos square theta minus sin square theta. Here cos square theta. So if you simplify, finally you get this result. So 2 comma 0 is the square root of 5 by 16 pi 3 cos square theta minus 1. So which is your y20 function. So y20 function is calculated. Then again you have to calculate 2-1 state. So if you want to calculate 2-1 state, you have to take the 2-0 state and use the raising operator L plus on this one. You will get this expression is reduced this up. So 2-1 can be determined with this expression. From this L plus you have to substitute for L plus. This is your L plus, and this is your 2-0. Then this operator operating on the function with this step, square root of 5 by 96 pi e power I pi into 3 into 2 cos theta into minus sin theta plus 0. You simplify in this expression, and this is reduced to y21 is equal to square minus of square root of 15 by 32 pi sin 2 theta e power I. So this is another expression. So here again, if you want to raise this state to 1, this is increased from 2-1 to 2 minus 2, and this 2 can be determined 1 by 2 h cross L plus 2 minus 1. So you will get this step, and you substitute for L plus here, and you substitute for 2 minus 1. And the operator operating on the function is the next step. Finally, it reduces to minus the square root of 15 by 32 pi e power I 2 pi cos 2 theta minus cos square theta. The same procedure you have to repeat again and again. So to get to 2 comma 2 is equal to minus square root of 15 by 32 pi e power I 2 pi cos square theta minus sin square theta minus cos square theta. So it is reduced to this. So y22 is equal to this y22 square root of 15 by 32 pi sin square theta e power I 2 pi. So if you summarize, the procedure is the same procedure. First you have to, step 1 is you have to write down the lowermost state. So the next step is you have to operate the raising operator, and the state will be raised to 1. So you have to get the next higher state. Then if you want to calculate the next state, again you have to operate the raising operator on the state, you will get the next higher state. So if you have to repeat again and again, you will get all the states. So if you summarize all the results, so here for OLM function theta phi, first we have chosen L is equal to 0, M is equal to 0. So this is your this L is equal to 0 is a corresponds to a state you have. This is the for a state 0, 0 is the OLM function. If we put L is equal to 1, there are 3 possibilities. M is equal to minus 1, M is equal to 0, M is equal to plus 1. So for y is equal to L is equal to 1 and M is equal to 0, this is the result, and with this plus or minus 1, and this is the result. So these 3 corresponds to P states. So OLM function corresponds to P state because this is L is equal to 1 state. And the third case we have calculated the L is equal to 2 state. So this is L is equal to 2 state, L is equal to 2 state, the values of MLs are plus or minus 2, plus or minus 1 and 0. So for 1, y20 is equal to this expression that we already, the result was already found out. When ML is equal to plus or minus 1 also, this expression, minus or 15, square root of 15 by 32 pi e power plus or minus I5 sin 2 theta that we have already found. When ML is equal to plus or minus 2 here also, this result, square root of 15 by 32 pi e power plus or minus I 2 phi sin square theta. So this result was also found. Now the order of theta gives the L value, and phi values are due to the M values. So here, this is a phi. The number, the order is 1. Therefore, here the M value is equal to plus or minus 1. So here this is a plus or minus. So that is the meaning. The M values are, the phi values are due to the M values, and the L values, theta gives the L values. Here L is equal to 1, so here cos theta, so this is a sin theta, so L is equal to 1. Therefore, from the angular momentum theory, the spherical harmonics can be evaluated.